successful event coming up from there. Yeah, so we saw that happening. And let me just take a very short break and be right back.
Okay. Excited news from Grand Bassa. We wait to hear the events unfold. So, there are certain things in the news that I just don't dignify. And all I can say, I'm not going to dignify, certain things in the news. Um, but I would just say everything is on course with the Grand Bassa program. I actually want to talk about this idea of people promoting divisiveness in our country. It has to stop. We have one Liberia, and every one of us can contribute to our country um, in ways that are unimaginable. But people come here and start talking about, oh, you don't have home in so and so. I mean, it's like Liberia, people move from one place to the other. I don't have a home in a particular county either. Does that make me less of a Liberian? No. The reason why is my parents migrated from wherever their country of origin was, county of origin was, to a different part of the country. I don't speak a language. Does that make me less of a Liberian than somebody who speaks a language? No, uh, because all of us can contribute to our country in unimaginable ways. My father came from Grand Cape County. He spoke Va. My mother spoke Pele very well. Came from the Swan District area. She spoke Pele very well. But in our home, because of the differences in the language, they didn't speak the language to each other. The spoken when family member came to visit them. The language that they had in common was Hebrew. And the only reason they had Hebrew in common was because both of them went to school in Israel and they learned that, but they just couldn't. That's a very hard language to learn. If anybody know anything about speaking Hebrew, so
Yeah.
they spoke that home, and that is the situation of many homes in the country. Not everybody learn a language, and it's nice. Trust me, knowing about the benefits of knowing a language in terms of the brain. That's something we studying here with children who we call it code switching. I always joke with the children myself and say, when I'm speaking my Liberians are code switching too. But the Spanish children in school, they know how to switch to speak Spanish, and then they can come back to speaking English when they're in school, and then they go home to speaking Spanish. And we find that they have some benefits intellectually because of that ability. So it's a good thing. But again, something that anybody is less of a Liberian just because you don't speak a language. I think that's very divisive when we start with that. CEO, I want to welcome you to the show.
Is she coming?
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, good. Come in, please.
Yes, I think if people like me, I have a serious problem when it comes to other languages, even local or the international languages besides Loma and English. I try better. I live in Bon County for like 4 or 5 years. I try, but at least I get almost small and try. But I think it is not divisive if someone cannot speak, specifically where you from. That is why in Liberia now, what mothers or parents are doing, even if you were born in Maserati County, they will do everything possible. Most of the parents, they will do everything possible, at least you know the basis of your original local language, to know a little of it, because it's good. And my grandmother told me the story during the war. She said that's how most people were. When they asked them, are you a Madingo? When the person says yes, they will tell, I'm coming.
that occurring in our country, James.
Yeah. They would check.
James, you were born before the war. You were born during the war. We know that story.
Basically,
We know
it's
that
good
story.
for everyone to know just small. It's too sorrowful that you will not know anything about the divisive part of it.
Well,
right.
Santa, I just want to say a happy birthday to Miss Bonner Walters. She is someone who watches us all the time. I want to say a happy birthday to you. She's also Salamatu's cousin. She likes the show, so I wanted to say a happy birthday to her. Yeah, go ahead, Stanton. I just wanted to get that out before.
No, actually, I listen, guys. I know we got Chairman Baron. Do we have the guest in the back?
Yes, our guest is ready. Councillor Lamine.
But he's not in the back. You took him out.
Okay.
Like, do you have Councillor? You got Councillor Lamine Paco? He's not the guest.
No. No, he's not yet. But we have a name.
Okay, but I'm asking, do you have the guest, Senator Smith?
No, Senator Smith is not yet as well.
Oh, he's not yet. So probably he's on his way. Can you ask Madam Titi? Let's confirm. Okay. But let me say that Richie said. I think that the issue about, I'm very concerned that you are a politician and you from a district, from a county, and all of your life you have not built a home in that district or in that county. I'm very concerned that if you're a politician and you say, I am from Montserrado, but you have nothing to show. You have not given back to your folks, but you're asking them to vote for you. I mean, it's a fair question, though. It is concerning. I will not get in between which country you're from, which data you speak. I'm not interested. But as a politician, before you take state power, try to do for your people. That's my belief. Help them the best way you can. I don't want to wait and say, let this give me the position, then in return I can help them. And I think that's my own argument that you're saying. Most Liberians want to be in power before they say, I help you. But you got some good ones who can afford it, but yet they are not helping. And they say, I'm from Sano County, I'm from Nimba County, I'm from Lofa County. Put me there, I will help you. But you got money and you don't want to help your folks. Everything you want to send them to the government, the schools, the hospital. You don't want to help them, but you just ship them to the government. And say, put me there first. When you make me president or you make me senator or representative, then I will help you. I cannot trust you. I don't think I would trust that you're saying. But let's talk there. While we wait for the others, let's talk.
Yeah, I share a different view on that. I don't believe that you have to have a home in a specific area for you to be able to contribute or give back to the people of that area. Many are doing that. It's just but how we describe how do you give back is different. So for me, again, Liberia to me is a transient country. People who moved to different places because of jobs, and so just because somebody does not have a home in their vicinity or locality does not mean that that's not where they live. Like if you go to Rowersport, the Chinowits have a home. They have several homes in Rowersport that I inherit. Me and my brothers inherited. We go to Wiala. My parents had property there that we inherited as well. But that doesn't. I can say that's my home. Either one of them. But that doesn't mean that I'm not giving back to Liberia or giving back to Liberians. By virtue of us even being here for 3 hours every day, that's one aspect of giving back. So I'm not too keen on you know, having a home in a specific place. You know, if your parents originated from a specific place, like if you go to Rowersport, Grand Kitman County, you to ask about the Chenoweth, they will know. Like if I just from, you know, knowing you on Spoon, you always talk about Lexington Sano. If I went and asked for the Witherspoon who came from Lexington Sano, they will know that you know you have some family members that came from that area. But to say you got to put a house there or something like that, I don't necessarily hold that view.
Okay, but I think let me ask you though.
Mhm.
It's not about you building a home, like you build your own personal home. Don't you think for all the years you have worked, at some point in your life you should go back and help those less unfortunate folks to give back to them? Or you only wait and say, make me president, then I will reward you, I will help you?
So for me, Stanton, the question is, what do you mean giving back? So if we have a specific idea in our head about what is giving back, maybe that's the struggle, you know. But giving back to me is, you know, we don't know how people give back. You don't know how I give back to my community. I don't know how you give back to your community specifically. I know one of
I
the
really don't want to know how you gave back, but we're just saying give him back in a general term. If you give him back any way, any form, any shape, it's fine. But to say I will not contribute to the community, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you will not contribute. I'm asking you that Richard saying, let's get all I said about how the person gave back, whether it's small or big. I'm asking you, don't you think it would be unique? You are from Kipman or Bombing or wherever in Liberia. God bless you. You are successful. You should now be able to go and give back. I'm not saying build 2-3 homes in that community. Create a program, help with schools, help with hospital, help with some of the social issue. One. My second thing is that if you say you are from Cape Town, don't you think there should be a physical presence in Cape Town that people know that you are from there?
I'm not. I don't think so. I really don't. I think
Okay.
that yes. I think that, you know, um, because of the underdevelopment of our country, like Kipmouth, I would love to be able to go back and give back. You know, do the things that my grandfather did in Kipmouth, my father did in Kipmouth, but I can't because the road is so terrible. So when I'm in Liberia, I'm basically giving back in, you know, areas like that I have accessibility to. So people give back in different ways, and that's what I like to say. But for me to say I want to hold someone who's in government, uh, hold them to giving back before I say they're good politician or not good politician. I don't know if I'll go to such definition of that. That won't be my definition of what a good politician should do or not.
Thank you very much, though. I mean, we shouldn't go back and forth, but for me, I think from
It's
where
okay. We can
I
go back
said,
and forth. It's okay.
I think it's just not a good thing for you as a successful person. The only way you will go and build home in Sano County except they make you president. The only way you will contribute to the hospital except they make you vice president. The only way you can contribute to the school system, give back, help kids, take people out of poverty, except they make you senator or representative. I don't think, to me, I don't think it's fair. I think from where you sit, if God bless you, help. Uh, that's the best thing to do. Don't don't hold on to the blessing and say, make me this first. You know, some politicians and they say they're from this county, that county, but guess what? They have nothing to show that they are from the country, just the passport or their voter registration card or the birth certificate. They have nothing in that country to show. And I think it is regrettable for us to sit and allow those things to happen. Uh, I feel after you have lie or promise them. Even when you become president, vice president, speaker, whatever your position may be, you will take care less about that county or about that district. And that's why that's doing though.
Yeah, I mean, and it's okay. We can have this conversation as we wait for our, guest speaker. I don't know who's making such condition or precondition before being elected to uh, to an office, to a public office. So um, I think people give back in different ways. It doesn't have to be specific to a locality, as I said before. Um, but there's different reasons that prevent people from giving back the way that you wanted to give back. We have to remember that we had war in our country for a long time, so it was difficult for people to settle in specific places for a while. Now we have had some peace for at least going on more than 12 years. People can put some footing to different places. Like the entire time my father wanted to go to Cape Mount for a long time, but he couldn't because of the war. They ended up going to places that were safe, going by way of the Cottontown area and to get.
But what do you have to do with give him back?
Now I'm just telling you why. I'm explaining to you that because of the war, people couldn't get to certain places. And I'm giving my dad as an example. He couldn't go back to Cape Mount because that area, that it wasn't, there was a lot of fighting going on in that area. It was difficult for him to get to it. So I'm telling you, people were transient during the wartime. Now that we have some stability in our country, now people can say, okay, I'm going back to be stationary to certain areas. And the area could be Monrovia, it could be Nima, it could be wherever it is.
So I like that, Richardson. I shouldn't just, for me, they just get some wicked people. They can only help you when you give them position. And this may be so harsh, but I think it's wickedness. If you see the suffering of our people, the Liberian people, don't wait for them to ask you. I'm not saying you should let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, but if you can help them. If you can get them out of poverty, get them out of poverty. Be the blessing to them. And when the time comes for them to bless you back, they will reward you. They will bless you. But you only seek a position and saying, yes, I am Sando County, so you can make me a senator. I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z. I think it's just not fair. But I can see Senator Winton Smith in the back. If you're ready for him, Dr. Richardson, then we can bring him on.
Sure, let's bring him on. But again, I think I want to tell you, I don't know if it's pure, like you said, that people are just not willing to give. There's certain reasons, people got different ways of being blessed. And so yes, it's pure wickedness that somebody don't want to give.
Oh man, I like to be. What's the reason they've been running for their position for 2 decades? What's the reason not to give community? Somebody must tell you first. So the number one reason that you will not give back to that community, you will not sort of suffering today. They are drinking dirty water. They are eating dukkha, the one that we used to eat. They're going in the swamp to get food when there is none. Have an opportunity to be a lesson to them. But you can't say, I have this reason I will do it, except Joe will leave power. Except you make me a president or vice president. By the way, I don't want to put a guest. It's interesting. But okay, can we bring on?
Yeah, and I see, there are some good-hearted people, some very kind people, that just contribute to help. But I don't know, and again, maybe I don't know where you're going with, like, that people want to be something before they help. And I think help comes in different ways, So yeah, I'll get the root cause of what you said. I have a sense, but I want to hear from your mouth, and I'm not going to I don't like making assumptions about things, or I like people to come out and tell me facts. So when you tell me the facts relating to what you're talking about, then we can. But right now, you speculate.
No, why the fight? I have no fight. We are having an open call. We try bringing the guests in. His internet went off. He's coming back. I can see. Folks, and I heard that this guy is so smart. I heard that he's in Ghana before. I did a research on him. This senator, he's a smart man. Fagon is coming so far away. This man and Fagon used to be Buduburan camp together. Fagon knew the man was coming. He ran away from the man. I don't know why. I said, oh, man, you coward. Fagon said, oh, man, I don't want to tell my man. I said, hey, man, y'all slept in the same house together. You're into Yam together. Y'all hustle on Buduburan camp. And now you're running away from the senator. Senator Wellington Javon Smith, welcome to the Spoon Talk. And I will allow Dr. Richardson to do a full welcome for you.
Senator, welcome to the program. It's great having you.
Thank you.
It sounds like, or looks like this is your first time being here with us, and we are going to allow you to just kind of introduce yourself to our audience, and we'll probably ask you questions.
As I said, my name is training. I'm a journalist. I was the editor for the famous Star Radio. The former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf called me to work service. Superintendent, Assistant Information Minister, and today.
Yes.
Senator, you in Monrovia or you in Riverside? Which country are you in right now?
I say, are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
We are. Oh my goodness, he's not hearing us. Are you hearing us?
Oh, okay, I'm hearing you now. I'm hearing you now, Doc.
I think Stento was asking you, where are you? Are you in Riverside or are you in Monrovia? Where are you?
No, I'm back in Monrovia because we just after the break.
Okay, great.
The reason why I ask is because it would have been better if you were to go into the studio. The internet would have been better in the studio. But nonetheless, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. It's good. If you can hear us, we'll manage through. Go ahead, Dr. Richardson.
Yeah. So,
Yes, getting you, but somehow dodgy. I don't know.
Amen. Too bad that we're having difficulty. We can hear you clearly, but it's not difficulty hearing us. So it sounds like you've been in government for a little bit now,
Yeah.
ranging from being an assistant information minister, and then you're superintendent elected to be the center.
Well, to all of our followers, especially those who are watching now, I would like to again to all of our followers, especially those who are watching now, I would like to sincerely apologize. Remember, we still doing a test because the internet is kind of bad. We're working on it. We're hoping that it gets better soon. So we're gonna take this down, and definitely with from what we're seeing, you guys are all interested in it. In coming days, the broadcast is gonna be really good. I can promise you all that. Thanks so much for the support, and we encourage you to keep following us every day. The contents, out here, so that all those who are missing out will also join as well. So thank you so much. And on behalf of the entire management and staff here. Bye bye.